matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Eagles will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Old Dominion's offense will get first crack at it here. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that... Looks silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes.
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Line getting set on second down. They'll go to the ground. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's Kamara. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Monarchs are on the move. Wilson to pass. Moving away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Looking to fire. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Monarchs!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Southern Miss's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
The Golden Eagles can really attack on this second and short. To the air, it's Carney. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Firing to the right, complete. It's a seam wide open. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
And the Golden Eagles trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
You get near the goal line, more big bodies come in, everybody gets condensed. This offense says, forget that. We're going to get on the perimeter right now. Get it to our fast guy. He gets around the corner, and he gets in the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back. So you have no idea what's happening behind you. You have no presence for where that rush is coming from. All of a sudden, you whip your head back around, and oftentimes it's too late. You saw that right there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. Caught over the middle, it's Parker. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Monarchs will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch here. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Carney. Flushed out of the pocket. Did the work himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
The Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Carney. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now, coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's a draw. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. Their trip.
Touchdown, ODU! Special teams proving to be special. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's Carney. Oh, they're after him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Let's chat for just a moment about Southern Miss. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Pulls it in. It's Gilbert. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Monarchs in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the back. Creates a little room. Hits the afterburners. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll operate out of split backs. Sends it back in motion. Wilson will throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Breaks into the open. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Kamara. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Tosses it incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught behind the line. It's Lawson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Goes to the option. And some room to work. Got the 1st himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Carney. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Gilbert. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's in goal. Knocked off his feet. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Golden Eagles send out the punt unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Gets it out quickly. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, time running short in the half. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll immediately call timeout. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wilson to pass. Buying some time as he moves left. Basic connection. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run the option. The pitch. Touchdown, ODU. Great job by the back on the option.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Hattiesburg. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the Rock.
The Monarchs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Golden Eagles will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return.
Kicking team.
The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. They'll give it to the back. Finding open areas. Picks up the first down. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
On the option. Now the pitch. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
He'll keep it himself. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
And I think on that 3rd and long, man, they said, forget the pass. Like, we're just going to run the option, and the quarterback makes the right read. He keeps it. And I think they were trying to cut down this 4th down and make it more manageable. So mission accomplished by this offense.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Carney. Grab near the marker, it's in goal. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Gonna run it. It's Bray. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Monarchs decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
From the gun, he leads it with the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
It's picked off and another empty drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The give is to Smith. Got the first down and more. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Bray. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Finds a man in the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Finds his tight end. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dodson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff to the single running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Here's the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete to the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally, so give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in while on a tightrope.
Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Parker. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a...
There he goes! A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Leaves it with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here comes the option. Quick toss. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. And the Monarchs getting set on 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Time to take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't